What's up guys, it's Tommy here and welcome to the Champions League draw reaction video, and we will analyze the Champions League draw in full. But what do you think about Liverpool drawing Real Madrid once again in the Champions League? And I'm really gutted that we got Real Madrid, because since 2009 we have met Real Madrid 6 times and we lost 5 of those games and drawn 1. So since 2009 Real Madrid have got the Liverpool's number, and including 2 Champions League final losses. I don't think any Liverpool fan would seriously wanted Real Madrid, but of course I'm an eternal optimist, and we as football fans, we love to dream. And if Liverpool could be in much better shape come the February period of the season, I think if we could knock Real Madrid out, this would open up the competition for Liverpool, because Paris Saint-Germain will play Bayern Munich, so one other favorite alongside Real Madrid could go out in the last 16. So if Liverpool could somehow finally get revenge for all those Champions League final defeats and all those Champions League losses, then it could open up the competition for Liverpool. But I think FSG must sign a midfielder who is good enough to play in these games. We need to sign a midfielder who Jurgen Klopp would trust in these kind of games, which means that we need to sign a midfielder who would be coming in and absolutely helping Liverpool straight away and potentially playing in the starting 11. So we played Real Madrid in 2014 in the group stages. We lost at Anfield 3-0. We lost away from home 1-0. But that was a bad Liverpool team. But then we played them in the Champions League final in 2018. We lost 3-1. And then we got them in the knockout stages. I think it was the quarterfinals in 2021. We lost away from home, and we couldn't beat them at Anfield. It was a 0-0 draw. And then last season's Champions League final, it's still a very painful memory, where Liverpool dominated Real Madrid but ultimately lost 1-0. So of course Real Madrid will be the favourites, but I don't think Liverpool can go into this game saying that they have nothing to lose, because if we go out of the Champions League, and I think it's safe to say Liverpool won't win the Premier League title this season, then it's a big failure of a season, unless we win the FA Cup and go to 3rd place or maybe potentially even 2nd place in the Premier League. And I think it's safe to say that if Liverpool will go into the Real Madrid game, and we will play at Anfield in the first leg, and I think that is significant and I will explain why. But if we go into that game playing Harvey Elliott ahead of Trent Alexander-Arnold on Liverpool's right side of the midfield, then that's a recipe for disaster, because Vinicius Junior will absolutely tear Trent apart if he doesn't have midfield protection. So I think we need to buy a right-sided centre midfielder who could play there and who could protect Trent Alexander-Arnold, or maybe play Jordan Henderson there, but I wouldn't trust Jordan Henderson to track back enough, because he thinks like sometimes he's Steven Gerrard bombing forward like crazy and he leaves huge gaps behind him. So that's my big worry. But the game being at Anfield in the first leg, I think it's better this time. Usually I like the second leg being at Anfield, but Liverpool fans have so much rage, so much disappointment pent up, built up inside of them. We need to make Anfield an absolute cauldron, a hell, a living hell for Real Madrid players, and we need to start extremely quickly on the front foot, in their faces for the first 30 minutes. Real Madrid must feel the full wrath, the full anger of Anfield, the full anger of the Liverpool fans of the last the last 5 Champions League campaigns. Liverpool went out 4 times to Madrid sides, once Atletico Madrid and 3 times Real Madrid, twice in the final. So Real Madrid are Liverpool's bogey side, definitely. But we haven't played Real Madrid at a full Anfield. I think when we played them in 2021, I think, it was behind closed doors or with a limited capacity. I can't really remember, but that was during the COVID season, I remember that. So Liverpool with a full Anfield crowd baying for blood, wanting Real Madrid's blood, and we would want revenge so much. The Liverpool fans will be up for this game so much. The Liverpool players need to be as well. It's at the moment it's incredibly difficult, almost impossible to predict this game, this tie, because Liverpool after the World Cup will be in a completely different position like how they are now, and Real Madrid are in great form. So far they have won almost every game this season. I know they have lost some games in the Champions League and in La Liga, but still they dropped points, some points in La Liga, but still they are absolutely flying so far. But after the World Cup, it's like it's a completely new season. So it will be very different, and hopefully Liverpool will be in a much better and healthier position. Hopefully we will have Jota back, Diaz back, Joao Matip back, and hopefully Liverpool will have a fully fit squad and also well-rested Mo Salah. Stephen Warnock said, previewing this tie, it's a very difficult tie for Liverpool, finishing second in their group. They don't get the opportunity to play at home in the second leg. However, Jurgen Klopp and Liverpool will want to avenge the Champions League final defeat. Even though it doesn't win you the competition, it does give you something to put right. And Real Madrid's director Emilio Butragueño said, it's a repeat of the last final. They are two historic teams, Real Madrid and Liverpool. It will be an electric, fascinating tie for the fans. We are the champions and we want to defend our title while being aware of the opponent we face. We will do everything we can to be in the quarterfinal draw, and Liverpool will try to do everything they can as well. But that's the thing, Liverpool haven't beaten Real Madrid when they are holders of this competition. Every time we face them, we got knocked out when they won their Champions League in the previous season. So it's going to be really difficult, but not impossible to knock Real Madrid out, and I'm really looking forward to it. The other tie that I'm really looking forward to is Paris Saint-Germain against Bayern. Messi against Bayern. Messi lost 8-2 with Barcelona against Bayern Munich, so Messi against Bayern Munich is going to be fascinating, and they are two of the favorites of the competition, so whoever gets through also has a good chance to go all the way. Man City again get a pretty easy draw with Leipzig. That's really not a difficult draw for Manchester City, sadly. And also there is a small tie in terms of two small clubs, Bruges and Benfica. I mean small clubs in terms of winning the Champions League. They are not favorites, any of those clubs. But Benfica are a pretty big club still in Europe. They have won the Champions League before. And Club Bruges, they haven't qualified for the knockout stages in ages. So it will be interesting if they could cause an upset. And AC Milan-Tottenham is a fascinating tie as well. They haven't met in 10 years in the Champions League. And I would want AC Milan to go through, but Tottenham are a dangerous team. And AC Milan are building and building. So we will see how good they will be in February. Frankfurt-Napoli is a very interesting tie. Usually they are not in the knockout stages of the Champions League, especially not Frankfurt. Frankfurt will have nothing to lose in this tie, and Napoli will be the favorites for the whole competition. If they continue playing like this in January and February, then they will have every chance to win the Champions League, because they have a fantastic team, a great squad, brilliant strikers and attacking midfielders and wingers. Dortmund-Chelsea is a fascinating tie. Christian Pulisic playing for Chelsea, played for Dortmund as well. And Chelsea are vulnerable still, but I expect them to go through, because Dortmund are just, defensively they are not as good as Chelsea, and going forward they both have good players. Inter-Porto is a very interesting tie. Normally you would expect Inter to go through, but Inter are very up and down this season, just like Liverpool. So it depends which Inter turn up. Porto are a dangerous side. They knocked out Atletico Madrid, and it's going to be fascinating. And I love the Champions League. It's a shame that Liverpool got this tie, but I'm an eternal optimist, and I think we have a chance against Real Madrid. If we play to our best of our abilities, and if we have a full squad, then we can beat them with a full Anfield behind us. That's very important, I think. But Real Madrid are the Rolls-Royce of this competition, alongside Liverpool, Barcelona and Bayern Munich. They are the record holders. They are gunning for their 15th Champions League trophy. It's absolutely incredible how many Champions Leagues Real Madrid won in the past like 20 years. So Liverpool need to stop them by any means necessary, and I'm really looking forward to that tie as well. Let me know your predictions and what are your thoughts about the Champions League draw. And the new Liverpool Career Mode episode is going up later today, so check back on my channel. And thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed this. Have a nice day. See you later. Goodbye.